As marketing costs and ad costs for platforms like Google or Facebook marketing or Instagram continue to rise, things like content marketing and SEO become ever more important because of the fact that it doesn't cost any money after you create that piece of content. It just keeps going forever and ever and ever. So in today's video, we wanted to show you guys exactly how we've been able to create such strong content marketing strategies for ourselves and for our clients. So in this video, we're gonna teach you that. Stay tuned, here we go. All right, what's going on, everybody? Jordan Steen, aka Serial Entrepreneur here, and at this channel, we talk all about starting a social media marketing agency, a digital marketing agency, building a personal brand, or really just starting a business online. So if you guys are interested in learning more about that, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of this video, and then the notification bell so you get all of our updates. Now guys, content marketing is taking any type of content, whether that be something physical or digital, and basically turning it into something valuable, informational, entertaining, or that even more popular phrase called infotainment, basically taking it into something that your potential audience will use and is practical, right? They can actually take it and use it in their day-to-day life today or tomorrow, and it actually provides value to their day or to their life. Now, good content marketers already understand that content really comes down to the value you provide. You should be giving pretty much every answer that a potential customer could have away into your piece of content. The big issue comes down to when people ask, well, Jordan, what am I gonna do if I'm just giving it all away for free? That's the best part. You don't give it all away for free in one big article. Number one, nobody's gonna read that. But number two, because the best strategy is actually to piecemeal it all together and give it to them in little chunks, so that way over time, they're just like, oh my God, there's so much here. I need this person's help, or I want this person's product or service. So again, let's go ahead and talk about the exact step-by-step strategy that I use to create my content strategy to where we know we're gonna get results instead of just hoping that it works. Oh, and make sure to stay tuned to the end of this video because we are going to show you guys exactly how to create your content calendar, what tool we use, and how we actually go about setting it up. This is something you're definitely going to want to use if you're creating a content marketing strategy in 2019. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into creating the content marketing strategy. You guys can see on my screen, we're gonna go through several different things. All of these little apps up here that you can see are apps we're gonna go through and talk about how we use them and the exact process we take to set up this content marketing strategy. The first thing you're going to want to do, guys, is create your goals and objectives. So we'll come in here, and I like to use Lucidchart to do all of my operational workflow planning, or any kind of ad flow or content flow planning. Really just any kind of planning in general. I find it comes useful because you're able to draw arrows to things and basically line things up in a diagram that's beneficial. So if you want to check out Lucidchart, we'll leave a link for it in the description below. But basically, goals and objectives, all you're going to want to do is, what is the goal of your content? Are you trying to drive leads with your content? Are you trying to build sales for your content? Are you really just trying to inform your audience with your content? Not all the time is someone using their content to sell directly, though that's what it indirectly does, right? So line up the goals that mostly influence your KPIs, meaning your key performance indicators. What's going to actually get people to the next stage of the sales funnel? So from top to middle to bottom. And so with our content, we'll just say for social media marketing and digital marketing agencies, we want to make new people aware of SMMA as an opportunity. We want to drive traffic to lead to landing pages, and specifically our SMMA mini course. All right. And then ultimately we want to drive that traffic to our CEA website, to Serial Entrepreneur Academy, to purchase the DMS, right? That's it. Those are our main high-level goals that we want to focus on with this content marketing strategy. You can even go more specific. So these are high-level goals. You could go even more specific. So we want to increase search ranking for the keyword sets for social media marketing agency, digital marketing agency. You can go very specific and target specific keywords you want to start ranking higher for, or content that you want to rank #1 for on Google or YouTube. So it's just up to you what stage you're at in the funnel, or what stage you're at in the planning process, really, to determine what kind of goals you're going to do. And so remember, what I like to do is I create a high level strategy, and then with keywords specifically in creating content, you're going to want to create a sub strategy that focuses on main sets of keywords. So for us, it's how to start a social media marketing agency, how to start a personal brand, how to become an influencer on Instagram, how to start a blog, how to start a YouTube channel. All of those are things that we try to target and we're trying to increase our search ranking for, right? And so what I want you guys to think about is you start off with those words, but beneath that, there's a bunch of subsets, right? So for example, how to start a social media marketing agency a subset of that could be how to start an SMMA, starting an SMMA, pricing structures for SMMA, pricing for SMMA, just that, outsourcing for SMMA, scaling your SMMA. There's so many different subsets, right? So all of those add to the that start your SMMA keyword set, right? And so that's essentially what you're trying to do with your content. Now, the next thing you want to do is create your buyer personas. And if you don't know your buyer personas, then you need to figure them out quickly. But basically, these are just the people who are going to be engaging with your content. So you'll look at your objectives and say, okay, well, who are those people? Male, for us, this would be males, right? Typically between the ages of 18 to 35. We would say that they're entrepreneurs. Let me spread this out a little bit so we get a little room. Entrepreneurs would be for sure marketers, college dropouts, never went to college, just wants control of their career. Whatever makes up your buyers, that's what you want to lay out. Because again, this helps you determine, okay, well, do we need to actually send this type of content to that person or do we not, right? So I'll show you guys and this is more for the ad strategy. So right here, for example, one of the questions we like to ask when we're creating new content and ads is what are the types of viewers that we're going to have? So we have people that has seen our channel and never heard of SMMA or digital marketing agencies. They've heard of social media marketing agencies or digital marketing agencies, but they've never seen our channel. They've heard of both of those topics. They've seen our channel and they've subbed, or they've heard of all of those topics. They've seen our channel and they haven't subbed, right? So we're trying to figure out we're trying to break down who our audience is and who we're actually trying to talk to with this content that we're creating. So that's what you're going to do there. Next thing you need to do is perform a content audit. So what I've done here, you can see right here, this is our content audit, where you can see all of these are keywords that we're ranking for, because that's really what it comes down to. And then how people engage with the content, what's performed the best, right? And so how did we put all of this together? How do we know? Well, the only way you can do a content audit is if you have content currently. So if you don't, then you're not going to be able to really perform a content audit outside of looking at competition, right? So that's where I would start if I were you guys. Look at the competition's content, see how people engage and react to that kind of content. But if you have your own, then you're going to want to look at a tool called Google Search Console. And that's this tool right here. And it shows us all of our traffic. So we've received in the last 3 months, 25.2 thousand clicks and a total of 1.61 million impressions, an average click-through rate of 1.6, and our average position is 49.2. Now, unfortunately, our position dropped off when we switched from our Kajabi site from our Teachable site to our Kajabi site. So we're working on building all of that back up. You can see there was this huge drop off right here, and now we're starting back to climb up. We had a couple of those actually back here because of just changes being made to the site. So that kind of stuff happens. But anyways, the tool itself, what you want to look at, you click performance over here, and it's going to show you all of your keywords. So you can actually turn these two columns on. And now look, I can see what keywords I rank number 1 for and what keywords. So let me break this open a little bit more. I can see what keywords I rank number 1 for, what the click-through rate's like, what clicks I'm getting on them. So why is this important? Let me show you this right here. I'll show you exactly why this is important. Because as far as Google is concerned, when I go to YouTube, and I have another called Keywords Everywhere. You can see right here, it's this tool right here. It's a plugin for Google, Keywords Everywhere. Great plugin, you should check it out. But if I type in top SMMA niches, you can see it actually says there's no search volume. If I click on it, you'll see volume 0, cost per click 0, competition 0. But what does Google Search Console tell me? Well, top SMMA niches, though it says 0 for all of these, I'm getting 9 clicks, roughly 22 impressions, and I'm ranking number 1 for that search. Okay, and there's other, so niches for SMMA, 6, 66.7. So I am getting some traffic. Now, granted, that isn't a ton, but it is very, very specific traffic that I know that if someone is in the marketing agency space, they're going to be typing in a topic like that. And so that's why we've actually got a lot of free traffic. One of our SMMA niches videos, I think, has like 10K views on it. So that's 10K free views talking about that topic. And again, this is just the last 3 months. When it first, when it first came out, it was even more popular. And that's what you're looking at. You're using this tool to determine, okay, where do I rank for keywords currently? Where am I ranking number 1, right? That's great. But where am I ranking like number 10 plus? And how can I increase those rankings? So we'll go down. Where am I ranking down here? These are the keywords that I'm going to start trying to increase if they make the most sense. So how to start earning from digital marketing. That says 0, but it's getting 17 impressions. So that might be something I look at. But really, I like to look for the ones with search volume that I can get into. Ty Lopez, I'm not really interested in that. Starting a social media marketing business, we're ranking 9 for, we're getting 392 impressions for. So what that means is we could probably create a topic with that exact title and it would get a lot of search volume and we would actually probably get a lot of clicks to our site because of that, right? So that's something that you guys want to understand. You have to perform that audit to know where your stuff exists currently. And when we get even, more money in the future and we scale more, we're going to have software that helps us do this even better. It's super expensive, so we're not doing that now. But in the future, we plan to do that too. So all of these have built to conducting an audit. Now that you've done your audit, right? You know where you stand currently and what keywords might be good for targeting. The next thing to do is to get into the keyword research phase. Okay. And so that starts with several tools. I mentioned Keywords Everywhere. That's a great tool for when you're on Google and YouTube. It'll show you keyword traffic and suggested traffic. Another great tool is to do Uber Suggest. And so what you'll do is you'll start with your high level keywords. Like for example, with us, it's starting a marketing agency. So start a social media marketing agency. And it's going to give us a bunch of suggestions and stuff like that. So we'll actually take that, we'll put it there. I'll do the same thing over at Google, on Google Keyword Planner. You just go to Keyword Planner, click Find New Keywords. You do have to have an Ads Manager account set up to do this. So just make sure you have that set up first. And then we'll click Get Started. And then it's going to start giving us keywords as well. You can see all of these are keywords. And then I like to sort by competition to get the high competition, or try and target for a newer channel, target lower competition with high search volume, right? And so we'll go through this entire list and we'll pick out keywords that are relevant to our KPIs, which are trying to sell people to start their own social media marketing agency. Same thing, what we'll do, and then we'll start to, so basically we'll create an Excel spreadsheet. Let me show you what that looks like over here. That's landing pages. We have our Excel spreadsheet here of keyword lists though. So let me pull this up and you guys can see right here, this keyword list is a bunch of different keywords that we already know, where they currently exist, what the volume is, what the competition's like. And so this is what we use to basically prioritize and then build our keyword sets that we target with our content that we create, right? The next thing is Google Trends. So once we, figure that out, one of the best ways to start, if you don't know where to start and you have a new channel, is Google Trends. You'll come in, start a social media marketing agency. And this tells how relevant a keyword is over time, right? And so what it does is I can actually, so when I first start, I give this example all the time, but I can put start a digital agency. And what it's going to do is it's going to compare the popularity of the two, right? So social media marketing agency, start a social media marketing agency is actually a little bit more popular than start a digital marketing agency. And so that tells us which keywords to target. So let me give you an even better example. We'll just put in social media marketing, because when I was first trying to create my course, I had to figure out which was more popular, digital marketing, social media marketing, or digital marketing. Which one gets more search traffic? And in general, you can see digital marketing is actually way more popular of a keyword than social media marketing. Even though right here, it's actually showing them coming together and being about the same. Typically, it's pretty far above that. And you can do last 12 months, you can do all categories, and you can separate it out by business and industrial. You can do web search. So that way you know what types of search you're doing. Look, YouTube search Boom. I can go there and show the popularity for that search on YouTube. Social media marketing is much more popular. So that's why this tool is important. It's going to tell you where people are searching for things on what platform, how popular they are, all of that really cool information. Next, I recommend getting some sort of paid tool like SERPstat or Ahrefs. But basically what this allows you to do is get third-party data about keywords. So we'll take that same thing, social media marketing, or start social media marketing agency. I think I put start a social media marketing agency. Start a social media marketing agency. We'll do search, and it's going to find keywords for us. While we do that, we'll go back over to Uber's Suggest and see what keywords they found. Also, some things for you guys to know. Search volume is important, obviously. Paid difficulty is how many competitors are out there paying for ads with this specific keyword, right? 79 is hard because it's out of 100. SEO difficulty means how hard is it going to be for you to rank organically for a specific keyword based on how many other people are creating content around it as well. There's a whole scale. Basically, there's a cool scale over on SERPstat. So you can do SERPstat keyword difficulty, and they actually have a little scale in case you guys ever forget, but that scale basically says that from 0 to 20 is easy. Anything from, I think, 21 to 40, 21 to 40 is medium, 41 to 60 is difficult, and 61 to 100 is very difficult. So if you have a new channel, you're wanting to start here. Once you start to gain some traffic, you move up into these keyword difficulties. Once you really have a large following, difficult, and then the super large followings, they go after any keyword they want, right? And so you'll use that to determine what keywords you should focus on. So look, I can see these keywords right here, and look, no data for difficulty. Let me just click how to start a social media marketing agency because I don't have how to up there. So it'll give us information for that word, but you're looking for scores with low keyword difficulty, not too much competition if you can, but that doesn't always mean it's a bad thing because competition means that people want that keyword. It's an important keyword, right? And so you can see the cost per click is generally about $7.22 for that specific keyword. There's about 390 searches per month. And I know that the keyword difficulty is actually probably around the 30 to 40 range because this is what I do all the time. So that being said, it would be a good keyword for us to target, right? And so that's what all of these tools tell you to do. It helps you prioritize your keywords into lists of keywords that you know you'll rank for versus ones that you're hoping that you just created an awesome video for. So now that you've done your conducted your content audit, you've done your keyword research, the next thing again is once you have all those keywords, on a list on Excel, you'll want to prioritize based on things like the search volume, how much competition there is in paid search, how competitive it is for search difficulty, and then you're just put a personal score. I like to do a personal score and look at all of the metrics with those keywords and say, okay, which ones do, it comes down really just to you making a good decision as a marketer by looking at all the data and saying, I know these will be easier to target for. We'll do this in the first and second month of creating content, and the third month we'll switch to these topics. All right, so prioritize your topics, make sure that everything makes sense and that you're building on top of each other. Not that, 1 month we're going to do one on social media marketing and then the next month I'm going to do something on, I don't know, how SEO affects pay-per-click marketing, right? You need to, in the beginning, pick a niche and stick with that niche and become the expert in that niche, then start branching out from your content from there. Finally, you need to set your content calendar. So once you prioritize your topics and your keywords, then you actually need to create article topics based on those keywords. So that's when a content calendar like this comes in handy. You guys can see, like if I were to keep going up, it'll take forever to load, but there would be, see though there's content here, and you keep going up forever and ever, there's always content on here. But this is our content that we're actively and currently working on, and you can see we have all of this information here with keyword research being submitted at a certain stage. We have outlines and everything like that, but we're planning our content out, and you can see all of these other steps: first draft, second draft, copy drafts, revisions, proofing, post being scheduled, video transcription being done. There's so many different steps that we're doing to plan this campaign, and then everybody has different jobs. You can see all of these are different people over here with different jobs and due dates on tasks. So, it's just making sure that you're doing everything and planning everything to execute properly. If you're not doing all of these steps, it's going to be very difficult to create a content marketing plan that's successful. The last thing I like to do is once you have the content marketing plan for at least the first month and a half, I recommend getting a month and a half out, right? Planning a month and and a half ahead, that gives you enough room to make adjustments. That's why, we're actually right here with our content creation, but we're already here with publishing and scheduling, right? We're on this week right here, but we're a month and a half ahead roughly. And we're planning on even getting further ahead than that in 2019. But once you do that, one of the best things you can do is create a campaign planning calendar. And this is where you just go in and you add topics for future. So you can see in here, this is all the way up to February, and we're adding in more and more topics. This will be done to March by the end of the week, probably. So that's so that way you can see what the big picture looks like. What topics are you creating in January that you can also help build in February that are going to mingle together, so that way you get more traffic to your articles. Basically all of your content is being shown to people instead of, suggesting a bunch of other people's content. So quick question for you guys. When it comes to creating your content marketing plan, have you or have you not used this strategy or a strategy similar to it? If you have used this strategy before, I just want you to write, yes, I've used it before, below in the comments. If you haven't, I want you to tell me why you haven't used a strategy like this, or maybe you've used another strategy, and leave what that strategy is below. Let me know if there's anything I can do to improve my content marketing strategy and make it even more killer in 2019. Make sure to leave that comment below. So guys, as you can see with content marketing, it comes down to more than just planning. It really comes down to making sure that you know what keywords are going to help you rank and that you're creating topics that people actually want, right? You can't just base it all in keyword research. It also has to be based on topics that people want. But keyword research is super important. And by the way, if you're wanting to know more about keyword research, make sure to check out this video in the top right-hand corner about how to do keyword research really the right way. We've put together a video that goes more into those topics that I was just discussing a minute ago. Oh, and since you guys stayed till the end of the video, I told you I would tell you guys where to get the content marketing calendar. Well, right below this video in the description, there is going to be a link at the very top of the description about the content marketing calendar. There will also be a link there for the marketing agency checklist. I recommend checking out both of those things because it's going to help you with your marketing agency tremendously. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get all of our updates, our free trainings, free templates, free giveaways that we do here at my channel every single week. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and I will see you on the next video. So for now, Serial Entrepreneur out. Ready to start living the six-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.